Right, okay, we're going to do another test route. Now I did promise I was going to do a few of these, which I haven't quite got round to doing them, but I'm going to start them now. So I've already got one route on, two actually, but this is one of the main routes at Norris Green test centre. As far as I've known, it's never come off. It's never come off the route. It's a good challenge. It's got a bit of everything on here. If you stay around to the end as well, it does involve the double roundabout. And if you're from Liverpool, you'll know exactly what I mean. What we're going to do today is we're going to follow the signs, so it won't be no sat nav. So I'll walk you through and I'll give you some of the pitfalls, some of the more trickier parts where people do fail. As I say, it's not a cheat code or anything like that. It's just designed to give you a little bit of familiarity. This route is always tough. Even if you know it, it's tough. So there's your test centre there, so you're going to peel out, turn left, and then they're going to ask you, there's two things they can ask you to do here. They can ask you to turn right, or they can ask you to go straight ahead. They sometimes will pull you in there as well straight away on the left, but I'll try and keep it moving so it's nice and quick, so the video is not too long. So the instruction would be, go straight ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get myself up to this giveaway line. It's pretty tricky to see here actually. You're going to have to move yourself forward like this in your seat. It's a very busy intersection as well. I think I'm okay after the red one. There's a white one coming out as well. Yeah, that's me. Get to the next section. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check my mirrors, left signal. They then may ask you again to pull in on the left. There's a possibility of a parallel park here as well, which, you know, I might as well do one. Let's do a parallel park while I'm here. So straight away on your test, you could be asked to do a parallel park. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and safe. You won't get a minute to do this, by the way. It'll be one after the other after the other. But I'll try it anyway. So I'm using this as my donor car. I'm going to get my reverse lights on as quickly as I can. And straight away, here's the cars. So I'm into trouble here straight away. I'm just on my centre mirror for now. Okay. He's waiting for me. Where is he? Yeah, he's giving me a little bit of a out there, I think. There we go. Thank you. Go on, mate. I'll do it to test standard. There we go. This is straight. Some more observations there as well. I'll stop there. I'll do. Happy with that, Mr. Examiner? Well, they're not going to answer you on that. They'll say to you, are you happy with that? And you say, yeah, I'm fine with that. They will mention the drop curb as well, which is the driveway. They'll say, don't worry about blocking the driveway for the time being. So if they state that, don't worry about it. If they don't state that, you might want to come a little bit further back so you don't block the driveway. And that's your manoeuvre done then. Okay, so the end of the road, I'm going to turn right if we can. So on this one, it's a bit of a weird angle, the junction. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I want to pull the car around to that sort of area there, so I can just now see everything. It's opened me field of vision up. If you come in on an angle, it blocks your view a little bit. So again, I'm just going to stay patient. Yeah, I may have an opportunity here. It's extremely busy to the left. Okay, you let me out. Thank you. With that as well, you've got to trust people to a certain degree, but just be very careful with it, that they don't then move when they've agreed to let you out. He was giving me the thumbs up, you wouldn't have seen that, but he was more or less saying, good to go. So we're now going to follow the city centre. So this is where they'll give you the instruction. I want you to follow the signs for the city centre. So if you look there, it's not on that one, but it is on the next one. So you've got to keep clear here, so I don't signal yet, I will just signal about now. And that's it. So I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but it says city centre, Birkenhead, Wallasey, Bootle and Walton. So we're now just going to follow the signs for the city centre, that's it. Now, what I'll tell you with this one is, I'll tell you the common mistake that people make on it. With this, you've got a 40 mile an hour dual carriageway. Now, people are generally fine with that, but here's what happens now. People start to think in their head, I've got to do something here. It's the city centre, where am I going? What am I doing? And all my fails I've ever had is when people moved. They actually moved lanes and they didn't need to. So, and I'm going to show you at the end why and where people move lanes. I'm merging out into lane 1, getting my speed up. Straight away, I'm up to like 38 mile an hour. And I'll just level my speed out now. So you're showing them that you know that it's a 40 road. Obviously you can ease off for your lights and stuff like that. Anyone at the crossing, no. Next set of lights could change, so I'm just easing off on my speed, covering my brake. I'm through now, that's back on the speed now. I'm getting that speed up, straight to 40, because I've got a nice empty road in front of me. A common mistake here would be to dawdle and do 22 mile an hour. It won't work on test. You've got an empty road like this, you've got to show them that you know it's 40. And now again, I'm just staying in the left lane here now. This is where about people start to wonder. You start to move, and you don't need to do anything. You're just following city centre, so there's been no signs, so that's fine. You just stay in the left. If you're ever unsure, just stay in the left. It's always better to just drive in your left lane if you're not sure where you're going, because at least now you're not doing anything wrong. Now there's your layout there. Now from this lane I can go straight or left. The middle lane I can go straight or right, and the right lane I can go right. And there's your city centre sign. So, therefore, I don't need to do anything. I can just stay here. I don't need to move to that lane. I don't need to move to the second lane now. I can just stay here. And it's about here where people decide they're going to move. I had to fail quite recently, and the girl at the last second just moved randomly, dead quick. She got in the next lane. I even had a girl pull out of this road, and she said it was a bus lane. It was a bus stop. So yeah, people do all manner of stuff. I generally get people going in this lane as well, the next lane up. But as I say, you're just carrying on straight now into your 30 road. And again, if you did find yourself in that lane now, for whatever reason you've moved, make sure you come back to the left, because you've got to be in your normal driving position, which is left. So from the moment you turned onto Walton Avenue, which is the 40 road, you haven't had to do any turns. You're just going straight ahead. Even though the lane will bend around, you're not turning, you're just driving straight ahead in your normal driving position. So that is where people go wrong. They think they have to do something different to this, and you don't. You're just following the city centre, which, by the way, we're still on the way to the city centre. It's about now, they may change the sign. So what they may say to you now is, they may say to you, right now I want you to follow the signs for Everton, not the stadium, but Everton, the area. So you go, okay, sound. So another sign there for the city centre. So I know I'm going the right way. Just keep on that. That again, just going straight here. I'm not turning right, I'm just going straight. Okay, so I'm now going to follow the signs for Everton, as not the stadium, the old Goodison Park there on the right. So city centre's there, but where's Everton? Ah, okay, there's a sign for Everton. So that's just saying that way. Again, that's nice and easy. That's not me turning left, that's me just carrying on straight. So I'm on the right course. Again, I still never had to turn at all on this route. This route is just a straight run on the first bit of it, so it should be a good opportunity for you to just be able to calm yourself down. Again, you don't have to panic there at all. So it's about now you're thinking, God, where's Everton? I haven't seen that sign. Just stay in your left lane. If you go off route, they will let you know. Trust me, they'll let you know. If you were somewhere down there now and you've gone way off route, they will step in and say, right, I'm gonna now give you some directions because you've gone off route, and they want to keep you on route. You know, they want to get this done in 30 minutes, 35 minutes. You know, with the manoeuvre. Again, now, no panic, just following Everton. I've only seen one sign for Everton, so if you know your local areas, you'll know that Everton is coming up on the left. The area of Everton. There we go. I'm going to take the opportunity to rest my feet. I'm now going to have a drink of my water. Right about now, they may start asking you a few things. They might say, what do you do? Weather's nice, you know, blah, 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 blah. That's your little opportunity to give them a little bit back, and you can speak, and then you can get on with it again then. You can always have a little drink of your water when you've stopped. Don't do it while you're moving now. Okay, so I'm looking at that sign now. Everton, so it's left. Okay. There we are. So it's just on the green back sign, and it's the middle section there, saying Everton, A550, 5050. It's quite a steep hill this as well. You want to wait for your gear 3 till you up on the top of it, you know. Don't want to go too early for that gear 3. Okay, sometimes what they will do, they'll pull you in on the left. This little section here, there's actually no room for me to pull in. It's busy, but you can pull in there as well. It's a little hill start. Okay, well there's where this route gets a little bit interesting now. So they're going to ask you to take the second road on the left, which is by the old Merebank pub. So okay, we're going to be turning left. It's a very sharp turn. So getting the speed down. Gear 2, possibly gear 1, depends. You've got to be super slow. There we go. Luckily enough there was no one coming out, but again, you've just got to be slow and ready for that if it does happen. If they ask you to pull up on the left, be very careful. I'm going to pull up here, actually. I'm just going to delay it slightly. I'm just going to show you what I mean by that. There you go. As you can see, people get annoyed. Just try and draw it out and park in the areas that you're not blocking anyone's gate, or you're not double parked, or you're not parked adjacent to a junction as well. So there's little spots that you can pull in there. You know, so you see a little spot there, probably pull in there, that'd be okay as well. Now here's a little tricky spot here. Now we're going to turn right at the end of the road, so there's no one-way street sign, but it actually is a one-way system, as you can see there. So a lot of people go in on the left and try and turn right, and obviously they will fail the test. It's extremely busy here today. I don't know what's going on. So it's a really busy junction, this. Make sure I'm nice and safe when I'm coming out. There we go. So yeah, be careful on that one, because it's a one-way system as you're coming out. So if you position left, just go left or straight on. Don't turn right from that left side. Always make sure you follow your road markings, because there's no one-way street sign there. So that is a trap that everyone falls into. They don't see the markings and they go in position left. And the examiner will just say to you, do whatever you feel is safe. And it's at that point then you've got to take it upon yourself to go the wrong way, as long as you're safe, you know. So what I didn't mention to you there is, once you've reached Everton, they're going to say to you, I'm going to direct you from here on in. So probably once you've turned up St Domingo, going towards the Merebank pub, they'll have already been directing you. So then now you're not following the signs anymore. That's the signs done. I just forgot to mention that earlier on. 2 changes of sign, that's all it was. So we're going to turn left at the lights. Take this another opportunity. The lights have just gone red, so I know I've got at least a minute there. Can have another drink of my water. So yeah, once you're off the signs, you're then going to be directed by the examiner. And what a lot of people miss with that is, they're going to say to you at the beginning of the test, drive straight on unless I tell you otherwise. So what that in essence means is, drive in the left lane. That's it. Go straight ahead in the left lane unless I tell you otherwise. So they're going to give you plenty of time, that they're going to tell you you're turning right or you're turning left. If the left lane is left only, like this is now, they would tell you in plenty of time. If you were in there and you were going to go left and they didn't want you to, and they maybe want you to go to the middle lane, they would tell you that in good time. So it's not to set you up in that way. So you can always presume the left lane unless they tell you otherwise, and going straight ahead unless they tell you otherwise. Because what happens is, on test, for some periods of the test, they're not speaking or giving you directions, and that's when people start to panic and they start to ask the examiner where did they go, which can be annoying. That, because I get it on lessons, people go, where am I going, and I just say, just go straight on unless I tell you otherwise. It's to get them used to that on test, that feeling of not being directed and just going, you know. This is Breck Road. It's a 30 road actually, but yeah, you get people running across the road, you get people running between cars. It's pretty wild. So your hazard perception has to be pretty spot on here. And I definitely wouldn't be doing 30 down here as well. There's a fella hit by a bus further down here. She's the shot of the She's right to be that way as well. You never know. Still being cautious here. I'm not really being that quick. And there's a fella hit by a bus here. It's just run right on from. Yeah, that wasn't good. That was a few weeks back. He is okay though. Got the cyclist in front of me. I'm going straight ahead at the lights. He's a little problem for me. I do have to give him room. So I'm just being careful. I'm just backing up. He's having a nice coffee on his bike. There we go. He's on my way now, isn't he? So I think a lot of people are going the ground because the new kits come out as well. So there's a lot of people milling around here because Anfield's only over there. So right, okay, we're going to take the next road on the right. It's this one here. It's Richmond Park. Gear through. I'll just wait. So you want to keep very straight here. And what I do here is I have a little look in while I'm waiting. See, now there is a car coming out, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan this now, so I'm not cutting the corner or anything. I'm just waiting here. You've got to be careful because of the parked cars on either side. Now, so a little look in doesn't half help there. Because as you see, there was a car coming out as well. It doesn't automatically give you the right to turn in. I'll just mention this on this road because it's quite a narrow road, so your clearance has to be top notch. But there is an old abandoned children's playground on the right there. So they sometimes get you to do a manoeuvre here, whether it be parallel park, pull up on the right. Your observations have to be tip top, checking all round like I was on my parallel park, making sure that there's no one around, and they can give you the excuse, what if children were playing there? Even though it's abandoned, it can be used as an hypothetical. So yeah, just be careful with that, with your observations. We got the blind bends here as well, so I'm extremely slow when I'm coming around here because of that. Yeah, see what I'm saying? If I was doing anything fast there, we've got a bad situation on our hands. The person coming around was just flying and not really looking, so you've got to be slow and be prepared for everything, you know. Okay, so we're on like the last, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes of this route now. It's almost done. You're on the home stretch. Actually, just gonna wait in here actually. This blue car. I wouldn't fancy going through that on my test. So you just gotta hold your nerve. If she'd have waited for me, I would have gone in the end, but okay, end of the road, we're gonna go left. Okay, this one is a tricky emerge as well. Big massive trees there. There we go. This road now, this, see where that car's just come off, that'll be a left turn. So again, they wouldn't need to say nothing to you here. You just carry on straight, which it does bend to the right, like that. Okay, turn right at the lights, okay. So there's what I'm going to do here. So this is a crossroads, it's a tricky one as well. It can be offside or near side, depending. There's no markings, so it can go either way. I myself like to go offside here. Just gives me a better view, so I'll aim for offside. I can't see anyone with a right signal on, so it looks like I'll be the one that chooses. Maybe not, because the van hasn't moved in front. You're obviously distracted. There we go. So this is the position I'm taking here. It's that position there. It's quite clearly an offside turn then for me. There we go, we're out. Don't get long to clear out that junction. Common mistake that people make here as well is they speed up here. So they'll actually be like speeding up now, and then they don't see the sign and drive right through it at like 27 miles an hour. So get your speed right down to 20. There we go. The last thing you want is the examiners drooping everywhere, you know, boom, 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 on them bumps. You want to be nice and slow over them, even if you're a little bit slower than 20. I always ease off for them, especially, you know, you damage your car if you hit them at any sort of speed. They're very, very severe bumps. Scanning me crossing. I'm still staying 20. Now my 30 sign is just above that truck there. I don't know if you can see it. So it now goes out of view, but I'm still staying 20. I've still got to stay 20. So it's just there now. I'm still saying 20. And now it's starting to build my speed up now. Again, that car was ready to try and undertake me there, because he wasn't very tolerant of me doing 20. So by the police there. You never speed, who knows. So 30 mile an hour road. Here's what I'm going to do here as well. It opens out into it. Actually, I'm going to stay right. I'm going to stay right. For the simple reason there's a bus there, so it makes no sense for me to go back left. If that bus wasn't there, I would go back left. So now I'll go back into the left, into my normal drive position. Easing off my lights. Yeah, I'm actually going to stop there. I was a little quick there, if I'm being honest. He's gone right through. But I felt I was a little quick there, so right now I'd probably get a minor fault for that, if I'm really being honest, because I'm in the cycle area. But that's what can happen. They can be so quick, and then someone behind decides that they were going to go through. and that's just commonplace around Liverpool now. But I'd much rather stop as nicely as I could, because an amber light is an instruction to stop, isn't it? If it had been any further on, I probably would have gone through, but I had enough time to stop there. Yeah, I'm in the cycle area, but I'd rather take the minor fault for it rather than go through and risk failing. Okay, on we go. What you probably find is the person, they press that button, so just in case. That person who went through on red will probably be stuck at the next set of lights, so it'll be the pointless red light jump. But it gives you a little insight as well to what goes on around Norris Green, and on these test routes you are going to encounter some not so great driving, if I'm being honest. So traffic lights, we're going to go straight ahead, so I'm not getting caught out of these ones, so I'm going to go a little slower. There we go, and it's left lane to go straight ahead. So now I've got a couple of minutes left to my test, and anyone who knows Liverpool test routes know what's coming up here now. So we're on a road called Townsend Lane, and at the bottom of it there's a double roundabout. So the instructions are going to be turn right at the first one, second exit, go straight ahead at the second one, second exit, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you do it. You basically need the right lane on the approach. You only need 2 signals. You need the right one on the approach and then a left signal to come off at the second one at the second exit. That's it with the signals. In the middle of the roundabout there is a zebra crossing as well, so you've got to be super switched onto that. So I'll walk it through for you. I feel like that the main mistakes that people make here is they just come in too fast. They come in far too quick to it. So they probably won't have said nothing to you yet either. They probably haven't told you that it's that you're turning anywhere. You just carry on in your left lane, doing your speed limit. Will it be about now? So say, okay, what I want you to do, I want you to turn right at the roundabout, second exit at the first one, go straight ahead, second exit at the second one. Okay, thank you very much. Check your mirrors, get yourself over, I'll cancel my signal because there's a little junction here. So now I'm on my way, and there's the sign for the roundabout. Okay, so I'm easing off, nice and slow. And now put my right signal on, and here's where I would get my gear to now. I get really slow on the approach to this, because you never know your luck, you might just be able to go. And I can, I'm out. So I'll turn right now, that's me right turn, done, and I'm in the second lane. I do not cancel the signal, I'll just straighten my wheel, and it cancels. I scan the crossing, no one's there. Straight ahead, second exit, yes, all good. No signal. Now check my mirrors, centre left signal, and I will just go and slide over into the left lane if it's nice and empty. If it's really busy, you can finish out in lane 2. You get a pedestrian crossing straight after it as well. So now I think, wow, drove well here now. What could go wrong? Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you? But basically you've got 2 turns to do now before you're back at the test centre. Just checking my right mirror just to adjust for the park cars. You have to deal with that. Okay, at the traffic lights, turn left. Not sure how long that took there, but that would be quite efficient, I would say, for the driving test. So probably a few more pulling on the lefts as well. We've done the manoeuvre. You may get a hill start where I didn't pull in, and an angle start as well. But that's pretty much your full test route there. And that's follow signs for city centre, follow signs for Everton, and then the rest is directed by the examiner. But I hope that helps. If you got your test in Norris Green, you can have a little watch of that. Perfect, it'll give you a little idea. But yeah, thanks for watching. Anyone who made it to the end, thanks very much for watching. If you could like this video, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And I say I will try and keep up with these now. I'll try and do about 7 of them if I can, 7 of the core routes that do help. I can't do them all because there's loads, probably about 30 all in all. So you'll never get the full route, you'll never know, but all you can do is familiarise yourself with as much as you can, and always go with your floor markings, always go with your road signs. That means you can drive anywhere. You don't have to memorise test routes. If you follow the correct things, you will do well anywhere. Doesn't matter, as long as you stay safe, stick to your speed limits, follow your road signs. So yeah, if you got your test coming up, good luck. Let me know in the comments if you pass. I always love that when people say they've passed. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.